Missi, Missi and Looney. Who you got, man? Let's start the show.
First took away. Dance for this. Get your money's worth now.
Welcome to another episode of Propels Talk. I am your host, Chris Connor. We got my dog Lito. We got my dog Chaz. I think our dog 5 is on the way. We got Lala in the background, on the
chill, just chill.
Yeah.
On the boards.
On the board, so
yeah. She got my dog.
I mean, the X's and the O's, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, though, man, shout out to all the good people that support us, man. John Deere, we got Sunshine, we got Task, we got FanDuel, Scott Vicknair. You know what they do? They fight for the win. 500, 1, 1, 1, 1. We got a pretty cool show here today, man. We're gonna break down some positives between Missi and Looney. Who should start, who should close? You on the side of experience and championships, or you on the side of momentum, youth, and athleticism. So we're gonna kind of figure that out. Shout out to all the people that's watching on X. We are currently streaming live on X. Lito don't like that I say that. He wanted to be Twitter forever. So I respect it. He'll
because X is not cultural. Twitter is cultural, like,
but look though, but either it's Cutwater, and you see what it's doing to people.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you're right. I got you.
I drink real liquor. I'm a man.
But you know with some bunk shit, like Blue Sky. That's like some old Revenge of the Nerds ass shit. But what that is?
Blue Sky still a thing?
I don't even know it still exists. Blue Sky. That was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I never went over, man.
That's crazy.
November was funny. I was like, oh, that's it. I'm selling everything and I'm moving to Tibet. And I'm deleting my Twitter. by January, everybody's back on Twitter.
Oh, Bird, man, say Bird. I thought I was on Blue Sky for like 2 days, son. Like it was too friendly. It was too nice. It was too friendly. I need some negativity.
I was on Threads for like a day. Because they force you to download the app. I don't got that either. I don't got that either. I'll take a check from them, but hey, y'all can change my mind. So
Yo, man, y'all everybody that's in the chat, man, if y'all didn't get a chance to watch the show yesterday, man, it was our executive producer, you know what I mean? She did a little bit of everything, man. It was her birthday, man. So y'all get a chance, man. Y'all wish Lala a happy belated birthday, man. She the reason that we able to make most of these shows happen in the way that we do, man. So, she bullying me right now, but I ain't giving up. You know what I mean? We just gonna go back and forth till it's over with. But yeah, man. So let's get into the show here between Missi and Looney. I'm gonna start this with you, Chaz. And we just gonna, okay. I'm gonna ask you straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've been watching what Missi been doing and over there in the African. I don't want to call it that. I don't want to call it the Africa Cup. Afro basketball. That's what it is.
Racist. This is racist.
I don't really like that. Yeah, African basketball cup. But we.
You got the Australian Open, you got the U.S. Open.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on right now, man. But he's currently leagues. Hey, I'm about to say it get worse and worse after that, bro. I mean, I ain't really
he playing with the Pittsburgh Grays.
Yeah. But in combination with that, there is a financial responsibility to Looney. The Pelicans did pay Looney a decent amount of money in the market. So I talked when we were talking yesterday, and I looked in the chat as well. A lot of people think Looney is gonna be the one to start out the gate. Do you think he will be starting, or do you think it's gonna be Missi?
Yes, I think Looney's gonna start. Reason being is because of the team's needs as far as rim defense and rebounding, screening. I think, like you mentioned, of course, the Pelicans have to pay a bit of a Pelicans tax, but $8 million. Yeah, it's a team option for the following year, but $8 million again, I think it's the most money Looney's made in a single year in his career. And they had other offensive options out there. They had cheaper, younger options out there that they probably could have explored. So I think you'll see Looney start, but I think you'll see Yves in more of a NASCAR type package, for lack of a better term. And I think that actually suits what Yves does well. You know, you go get that second unit, you can run. You know, and you might see some games where, you know, Yves spot starts, you know, or some matchups where Yves spot starts. And also, if they go with the two big lineup, I'm not sure if Yves absolutely not starting. Maybe he just not starting at the 5. So it's just a lot of interesting things to explore, but I do think Looney starts.
Okay. All right. Well, Alito, you mentioned yesterday that you thought Looney would start. Do you why? What I'm hearing in the background, y'all?
I don't know.
I hear some knocking. Something.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
All
No, it's back.
Oh.
I don't know.
Whatever. We pod.
Yeah.
We pod through it. You hear that? All right.
Nah, I don't hear it, for real.
This shit about to bother.
Somebody tapping their foot.
Bro, what the fuck? All right, whatever. All right, but look though,
I'm gonna mute myself. Tell me if it's
issue.
Yeah.
issue. Don't worry about it though. Let me get 5 up here. 5, welcome to the show, dog.
What up, brother?
What's up, Light Skin Coalition? How y'all feeling, man?
Man.
Feeling beige, man. Feeling beige.
Yeah, man.
No rage, just beige, man. I feel you.
No rage, just
already
beige,
know.
man.
What's
All
up?
right, well, not much, bro. We breaking down a Looney versus Missi. We just started here talking about how a good majority of looks like a lot of Pelicans Twitter thinks that Looney's gonna be the one to start. I still feel like it's gonna be Missi. I know Alito mentioned as well that he thinks that Looney's gonna start. Game 1, 5. Do you think Looney is more likely to start with Missi?
I think it's Looney. Just depending on it really depends on how well Missi plays in training camp, right? Like if he can establish himself early, right? Like, yo, this is my spot, and he can help me, you know, being my backup rather than help me being the starter. I think he'll be able to maybe eclipse. But at that point, like it would take him to really establish himself as like the dominant player and being able to play alongside Zion. I think that's really the key indicator of all this. I mean, he's played well with his national team. I mean, you see the clips and stuff like that. But can you translate that to the NBA? Can you translate that being smart, being able to screen, being able to roll, being able to protect the paint, being able to just do all the little things that you're going to need to do? But Kevon Looney is a super pro champion. You really can't, you know, eclipse that just with a training camp, but maybe he can establish himself real quick.
Lito,
you still hitting on?
Yeah. It might be an echo, bro. I don't know if like is your phone close to your mic?
Yeah.
It's some kind of feedback.
All right.
Nah, yeah, don't worry about it. Now it's just getting louder, bro.
Bro, what the fuck? I don't know.
Don't worry about it though. We gonna pod through it. So you think if it's a foregone conclusion that Looney starts, does he close? Is it who would you rather close the game? Right? Would it be Missi or Looney, or would it be none of the above?
It would be Looney for me.
Starting and closing.
Yes.
Why?
I mean, it's something to account for championship experience. It's something to account for winning pedigree. And this is not a shot at Missi at all. He just ain't had a chance to achieve those things. Looney does. He just does. He does everything right. It's the little things on the floor that like you really don't pay attention to. Like Looney's interior passes, bro. Like just a great interior passer. Like you talk about DHOs, like all that type of shit. Like he comes from the dynasty of that. Like
Curry
Looney's got it, and the alley-oop is good to Kuminga. Nice play by Looney there.
This is two Western Conference heavyweights going at it.
Looney alley-oop again to Wiggins.
Hey, look, that boy good. You good.
You were saying?
You good. That boy good. I'm saying that to say again, not to say Missi not ever gonna get to that point, but dude, bro, you see how simple those passes were? And it was a little bit of a look off. It was a little bit of an attack, but I'm not really attack. It's a feint. It's a rhythm to it, and you can't move too fast. And he had a pace that was. It kind of looked like he was taking his time with the movement, but like he knew what he was doing. I'm a professional, Chris. I'm a professional. I got through that shit. Hey, listen. But I'm saying you. There's been many times with the Pelicans where the ball was forwarded ahead, and it stopped.
Yeah,
it was nothing. Right? Nobody even looked to see if they could make a play at the rim or make a pass or get somebody open. And I think Looney just go provide. Imagine Zion being in that spot where Wiggins was in 2 plays.
Go ahead.
And I just want to add this because after you played the clip, it made me realize if I'm Missi, I'm asking to come off the bench.
Okay.
In theory, like I get to learn that takes time. That takes like Lito said, patience, wherewithal, know-how. Like you got to see it, and you got to see it consistently. You got to see it in game speed. To see it in practice is one thing, but Kevon Looney's been doing this a super long time. You got to be able to watch him with the starters and playing with like good players, and then pick up on other things and then try to implement it. If I'm Missi, like you're not getting paid next year, no way. Be patient. Like your time gonna come anyway. Like you probably gonna start next year and then further on. This is truly your only opportunity to learn from somebody on the court in the Pelicans organization. So I would be smart about it if I'm him.
And I, for whatever reason, I still think the momentum and the amount of basketball that Missi has played this summer gives him a better opportunity to start. But when you think about the commitment and you think about a team that has to win, and when needing to win and fitting in good pieces, they need people that aren't going to make a ton of mistakes, right? They can't afford to turn the basketball over. They can't afford to have certain mishaps happen. And that would lean towards Looney starting. I got a couple of other clips here to show just his experience. I think one of the things that I'm thinking about here more that's kind of getting me to understand why most people have kind of made up their mind that it's going to be Looney or expected to be Looney is there is I think a skill to knowing how to play around really good talent. So knowing where you're supposed to be, knowing how to fit in, how to complement just in your space, knowing how to complement the talents around you. And I think when you think about the kind of different players that Looney's played with from his time in Golden State, the KDs, the Clays, the Stephs, the Jordan Pooles, the Wiggins, the Draymonds, like they all require different setups. They all like to work out at different spots on the floor, which means if you're Looney, you might not need to be in the same spot on the floor when you're dealing with Steph, or you may not be in the same action when you're dealing with Steph than you're gonna be with KD. You're not gonna be in the same spot when you're playing with Clay than you will be with Jordan Poole. When Draymond's on the court and you're sharing the floor with Draymond, you're probably in a dunker spot, maybe more times than not, because Draymond is gonna be in the action. Whether it be a dribble handoff or whether he's, initiator or him and Steph or him and the guard is doing the pick and roll. So, I think that's an underrated ability. I think that Looney probably brings day one, because when you have somebody that's as smart and as experienced as him, probably makes the game just a little bit easier for a team that got to hit the ground running game one.
Oh, I wanted to add also, I think in context, Looney has always been viewed as more so of a co-starter. Like, he's never necessarily been like a 35-minute guy. He's also been a guy 20, 25 minutes. You bring in another starter, maybe Draymond is at the 5 with the NASCAR package later on. Maybe KD is playing the 5. I don't really anticipate Kevon Looney playing more than like 20 to 25 minutes, honestly, irregardless of Willie Green being the coach. I just think physically that's just not who he is. Talking about a guy who had 2 hip surgery, looks and plays a lot older than one would think. You would think he's well into his 30s. Like you would think he's Al Horford's age, honestly.
Well, Chaz, I was going to ask you. I mean, if let's say Missi is starting game 1, does that say more about Missi's improvements, or does that say more about Looney?
I think if Yves is starting day 1 at the 5, I think it makes the Kevon Looney signing bad. And I say that because now you're in a version of the Derek Favors, Jackson Hayes situation. Whereas like you overpaid to get Derek Favors here. You thought Derek Favors had more to offer you. According to David Griffin, he thought Derek Favors had some offense that could be unlocked. And physically, Derek Favors couldn't hold up his end of the bargain. He had the back issue. Then he had the issue with his mom. Then COVID happened. It was just a disaster, right? Meanwhile, Jackson Hayes here, like you really don't know what to do with. Like, should he start? What do you do now? I think if Kevon Looney is not, I just don't think he's not a backup changer pace big. I think the only way you have a Kevon Looney on your team is if you're starting him. Because if Kevon Looney had like a post game, or he could be like Jonas, change of pace type guy to settle down everything, cool. But the older, slower, non-offensive guys, strictly there for defense and professionalism, you have to start him. Like I think, because bringing him off the bench does what? Like if you in a running gun, like most teams' second units are going to be like this straight offense guys, like sparks off the bench, Jordan Clarkson type players, right? And so all you really need the second unit to do is keep pace. Like just keep pace with what's happening. Don't blow the lead. Don't get embarrassed or what have you, right? That don't describe Kevon Looney whatsoever to me. I think you want him out there with the starters to make up for his lack of offense, and then you put an Yves with the second unit and have him run with the young guns. Like in my opinion, just looking at it.
Shout out to all the good people here, man. And so we got about 400 folks here, man. If you are watching on YouTube, y'all be sure to hit that like button, man. Get in the comments. You know what I mean? At some point, we'll star up your comment if it's good enough. We got some super chats here that we got to show love to. And then if you watching on X right now, man, we appreciate the view. We appreciate the watch. But just real quick, open up the YouTube app. You know what I mean? Hop on it. Just give a view. And you also hit that like button, but appreciate wherever you're watching right now, man. We definitely want to say thank you. Lito, before I play the rest of these Kevon Looney clips here, I want to ask you. That's why I was going. That's why I was going. So no, but likes these strengths, weaknesses off top. What do you think Looney's biggest strength is, and what do you think his biggest weakness is? It can be fitting in with the Pelicans or just as an individual.
Mobility.
Is that a strength or a weakness?
That's a weakness.
Okay. Lateral or are we talking
laterally? Like laterally. Like he in a we've seen situations where Missi has done well moving his feet on the perimeter with smaller guards and players other like Looney ain't gonna give you that. He is there to battle under the boards. He's there to protect the rim. Like you catch him on the perimeter, you did. His biggest his strengths, I would say, is his IQ. I think his IQ is his biggest strength. It's followed by his rebounding.
Okay. 5. Lito said that his biggest weakness is his lateral mobility. As a big, what kind of problems, let's say for those that maybe don't know what Lito is talking about, because he's been 6'7" his whole life, what kind of issues or problems can that bring you or bring your team when you're lacking in that area, moving laterally? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Man, I'm having a tough one, boy. Hold on. Before you answer that,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Woo, boy.
I won't step on
No, yeah, hold on.
That's ridiculous. You know, it's just that's the untrained eye that says something like that.
That was so
All right,
difficult.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I think defensively, which he's actually really good at, and I think he makes up for his lack of, let's say, mobility or athleticism in his ability to anticipate things, right? Seeing things, that's where the IQ kicks in. Being help side, maybe he has to move over a little earlier than most would, but it's not like he's always out of position or anything like that because of his lack of mobility. He's usually in the right place. He plays without fouling, so like he makes up for that. But with that, his lack of athleticism doesn't allow him to truly play fast. He has to more so think the game rather than play with athleticism, which is good. I mean, basketball is all about people with different pace levels and strengths and weaknesses and being able to figure it out. So I don't really see that as like a true minus, in my opinion. But it could cause some issues when you're playing like younger teams, right? Where you just, young athletic guys trying to run up and down. And that the Warriors were able to kind of play against teams like that because they had Steph and Clay and, the barrage of shooting and high intellect, which the Pelicans just don't have at this current juncture.
Lito, back to you here. What kind of scheme are you running? Are you running with Kevon defensively? Are you putting them exclusively and drop? Are you switching? Are you like what? How would you with the current? I mean, I guess so. Zion, Herb, Trey, Poole, the rest of your starters, like to help make things easier on that side, or make up for maybe some of the shiftiness. Let's say if Looney isn't able to think the play as it, and you're losing the athleticism drop off that you're losing from Missi, the ability to cover ground, meet guys at the rim, block shots, so on and so forth. Would that change the way that you would kind of run your defense?
I think it's me personally. I would probably, just depending on how the game go, like I would, you may start off on man, and then depending on how the game goes, you probably fall in the drop. I would say, being as though Willie Green is the Pelicans head coach, they gonna play a lot of drop. I could 100% tell you that. Like it's gonna be, regardless of what I think, what's gonna happen is they gonna end up in drop.
All right, let's play a few more Looney clips, and then we'll I'm gonna ask Chaz a follow-up question, and then we're gonna get over to Missi.
Thompson on the drive, mid-range, missing. Looney with the board out to DiVincenzo. Wow.
The extra opportunity.
Murray and
man.
Thompson
That's crazy.
and Green and Wiggins did not play in their last game.
Make sure he knows where to find you.
Looney's become such a good decision maker. 52 Canadians scattered across the NBA on opening night rosters. He tried to free up Steph. He becomes the roller. Kuminga.
Attitude and shows up the same way every day, regardless of circumstance. Roll.
The double team. Pull to Looney. DiVincenzo lines that one up. Really hard to not get there. That's really what Carl wants to do. Kuminga might see Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s first NBA minutes. Stay ready. There he goes.
Can I say one thing? So it's not just the passes per se, because it is the passes, is knowing when to make what type of pass. Like
and not having that much time to think about it either.
Oh, the split second that he decided, because you can see like he'll feint in a way where I'm gonna do this thing, and then you give him a little bit of movement. He like a quarterback right there. Like he knows either I need to make a lob, I need to make a bullet pass, I need a bounce pass. And the other thing too is a lot, bro. If you look at those screens, bro, that's a solid ass screen. I'm talking about the defender is literally on the other side, where both of the defenders literally are coming off each other's heels trying to get back into the play. Looney just wide open. He like, and then the hesitation or the split second before he makes that play, it's like he scans the whole son. He made a pass, Steph hit him high post, and he went back. I didn't even see a man over there. I didn't even know nobody was over there.
Chaz, so those clips showed, I mean, the first clip, as like we gotta keep in context. Looney was 6'8".
Yeah,
like as a hell of an offensive rebound. So we know about his ability to offensive rebound and create second chances and clear the basketball back out. That's a shooter's dream. But we also see his passing and decision making out on the short roll, which could be a shooter's dream or a cutter's dream. Thinking about this offense and the kind of talents that he's going to be playing around, whether he's starting or not, but let's say when he's starting, what do you think? How do you think that that's going to benefit a team like the Pelicans that get into so many different situations where the ball sticks or the offense is boring or we get isolation ball or they can't create easy, simple looks? Do you think he can be a benefit in that area, even for a dude that's not a self-creator, so to speak?
Well, the first thing I think is going to help with is that the Pelicans don't have to worry about making post entry passes because he's not a guy who's going to play much in the post. So that's addition by subtraction right there. So I think his ability to set screens and even take up space on the boards, because he's not very tall, but he's a strong, like stout player. Plays well within his wheelhouse. Knows how to make smart passes. The Pelicans are going to have a lot of guys who, maybe not a lot of guys, but you're going to have several guys who, they like to shoot from beyond arc. You got Trey, you're going to have Jordan Hawkins, you're going to have Jordan Poole. And Jordan Poole and Looney's playing so much together and having so much chemistry together. I think you're going to see things. You're going to see some benefits from that. And also the Pelicans, they probably attempt to run a lot of similar things to the Warriors. They just probably don't got the horses or the guy, the brain trust to really execute. But now you're bringing more, experience into the building. You're bringing more, time on task into the building, because you still got the Collins twin there. Willie Green's still there, of course. You got Aaron Miles is still there, and now I don't think them bringing in two Warriors guys was an accident. Like, I think that was pretty deliberate. And so I think you'll see some similar things to what you saw in Golden State. And I think Trey's a better player than Andrew Wiggins. So, I think him helping create some of those looks, but for a Trey, and who also could get downhill like a young Andrew Wiggins could, and who's also incredible from behind the arc. I think it'll pay massive dividends. We already know with Zion, it ain't too much you're gonna be able to do to like help create space for him. You just need, the other guys to be able to get free. And Looney setting some off-ball screens can help with that, help them free themselves up, and Zion makes the pass, and guys can knock down shots, hopefully.
5. This comment here, Herb and Trey will benefit the most from Sincerely Yours. You think, I think most people ideally would know how Looney's going to help Trey, whether it's the cutting or just the secondary, the second opportunities, offensive rebounding. We saw a lot of those, or even out of the short roll over the easy spot ups. Herb may not be, unless you're thinking about him overshooting from the corner. From a basketball lover's perspective, go into detail of how Looney is going to help these two guys out specifically.
Yeah, man. Herb might get back to the 40% from the corner, or 50. I think he was almost 50 that year from the corner with Looney. Just the sheer gravity everything's going to create. If you got to pick a role with Jordan Poole and you got Zion in the dunker spot, then You have to bring 2, and somebody's gonna be left open. And 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be Herb. Now, is Herb gonna knock down shots? And Herb's a better cutter than Trey. So, like, there's so many opportunities for Herb to benefit from it all. Again, I think just playing a smart basketball, Herb Jones, playing with other smart basketball players is going to, help everyone. He doesn't have to feel the pressure of having to do everything defensively. Now he can offensively just play and not worry about certain things. If he's healthy, man, I can see him getting back to that 40% from 3, 50% from the corner.
Is the bar low? Like is the bar really like, is it just simply that low to where having a smart basketball player that's gonna have the opportunity to make decisions gets us excited? Like is it really
I truly think the IQ level of NBA, and again, I've never played in NBA, but I think the IQ level of most NBA talent is not there. Skill wise, they're more skilled than ever, but knowing how to play basketball is not. It's an epidemic. I mean, kids just these days in general don't know how to play basketball, play within a team. It's kind of why you see what you see overseas when they come over here and be able to do whatever they want. Pause. And score at will, play at will. They just know how to play. Nowadays, it's just not that. Talking about Kevon Looney, when you watch the clip, I thought about something. The old adage of slow is fast, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's Kevon Looney. Like, he ain't moving fast. He not doing nothing special, but he's super effective, super impactful. That's a guy you would want on your team. Hopefully, Missi can, pull things from Kevon and learn and, be on his hip at all turns. But this is what you want. You want other smart basketball players around so your young guys can become smart basketball players.
Oh, go ahead.
Say, I feel what you're saying, but we the Pelicans, right? Like, we the Pelicans. Like
the bar was born low.
Yo, like, there is no bar. The bar is in hell. Like, we trying to create a bar. Like, bro, let me ask you this. To Fav's point, when the last time y'all seen a young dude, a young basketball player, go to a gym by himself with a basketball and just work on his game? I'm talking about, like, fuck the playing 5-on-5s, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck playing 21. Go to a gym by himself and go through game simulations. There is nobody there, but I'm gonna act like a pick is here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through the motions of this. Oh, the man stepping up. Oh, I'm gonna do that. But like, bro, this is shit that, like, I know growing up, so like, it didn't. If nobody was in the gym, it didn't matter. I'm gonna get the work in. I'm gonna work. It's not like that anymore. Everything is specialized, so they're not in game situations because everybody literally just going for self.
And back when we didn't play, we didn't have shoes.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Chaz.
Yeah, shit. Some of us had to, pretend the bullets were defenders as we crossed the street. We growing up in the ghetto.
They ain't never played curve.
ESPN gonna do an expose
especially on that. The shot just off from the side. It was a nightmare.
Lito had foster parents.
like
right here.
Yeah, it's like
fathers on crack.
Oh my God! Let's see. From fentanyl to FIBA, how one kid's dream became like something stupid. But anyway, yeah. So I think for Kevon Looney, I think because he is older, I think that's also one of the reasons why the bar is low. And he's not an exciting player. But the best things, consistency is never exciting. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Ryan. I absolutely I get what Ryan's saying because I was more interested in Sharp. Sharp had the upside, just because I think we're thinking more offense, like, damn, Pelicans can't score. I think that's one of the reasons why you see the Warriors kind of trying to move on. Like, nah, it's an arms race, bro. Steph getting a little older. Jimmy, you don't know what you're gonna get sometimes. So we need some offense. But I think if you view Looney as a transitional big, then it makes a lot more sense to me because ultimately you do need some elder statesmen in the building. You do need some professionals. You need to make up for what you lost with some of the past guys. He's a champion, and he wasn't just some motherfucker. Like that's the thing too. Like this dude was a real contributor to those teams, and even like there was some times in the playoffs, he was like, this dude the best big on the floor. And a lot of like that's the thing with Looney, much like Derek Favors during that tenure. It's like when he's healthy, when he's looking sharp, he getting consistent minutes. You seeing like, okay, I see why we need a guy like this. But when he not, when we get DNPs and he look like, we need a Becky out of me, you're like, oh Lord, we could have just kept Kelly Olynyk. Like, because to me, that's the real question, right? Because it's like, does he give you much more than what Kelly Olynyk would have given you? Defensively, absolutely. Now, Kelly Olynyk put a motherfucker in the arm bar and take him out the game. Kelly Olynyk was, he's with the Irish mob.
Chris Jericho right there.
Yeah, this motherfucker is amazing with stuff like that. He can give you some offense. But with Kevon Looney, for the things you absolutely need, defensive rebounding, a rim deterrence, screen setting, he checks all those boxes, admittedly. Professional, he plays, you know what I'm saying? Like he shows up to play. Yeah, motherfucker had he plays. Motherfucker had his teeth knocked out, still got in the game, hit his free throws, you know what I'm saying? He overcame a lot, so he knows all about adversity. He can talk to a lot of these guys who are overcoming some adversity with Sadiq Bey, Zion always hurt, Herb, Trey, DeJounte. He's a professional. If it was up to me, his locker would be right across from Zion's, and I would have another vet, or maybe Trey, directly next to Zion. And I would have that just him just surrounded by intellect and professionalism. And that's why I think this addition to school, in worst case scenario, it's a team option for next year. So it's an attractive $8 million trade chip.
Well, look, what you can't get from Looney, hopefully you can get from your coach.
Don't settle. Go hard on them dudes. Everybody's trying to play the right way. Salute. Be aggressive.
All right, we about to take a quick commercial break here, man. Get a word from one of my sponsors here, Company Burger. Lito, did you end up going to Company Burger today?
I didn't, bro. I didn't.
Man, you told everybody to meet you there, bro. We probably had a line wrapped around the you know what I mean?
That's crazy, man. Everything on baby though. I'll see y'all next time.
All right. A quick word from Company Burger.
Company Burger is the official burger of Pro Pels Talk and Boot Crew Media. Located at 4600 Ferret Street, Company Burger has been locally owned and operated for 11 years. Grind the meat, bake the buns, make the mayo, get the homemade tots. Company Burger uses Creekstone Farms prime beef to create the best burger in the city with milkshakes to go and a full bar. Company Burger is open every day besides Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Can't make it out? No worries, we have you covered. You can order online right now at thecompanyburger.com or check them out on the Toast or Uber Eats app. Company Burger, the official burger of Boot Crew Media.
Yeah, y'all knew Company Burger got wings?
Nah.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
Nah, I didn't know that. You had it?
Nah,
They smoked.
I just saw they were smoked. I was
Might have to go tomorrow for real.
It's I think it's only on Tuesdays or something like that, but
okay. They're
trying
to get that Buffalo Wild Wing market.
Hey, but I'm saying we us. We could see
right.
every day on Tuesday.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
There you See, perks. Five. I asked Lito this yesterday. I'm curious your thoughts. What you think milkshakes to go mean? like if milkshakes never was it a time where they were not to go?
Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
Like why couldn't I
That's a
take
good
my
question.
milkshake? Yeah,
That's
like
a
if
good
I could drink my beer outside, I wouldn't be able to take my milkshake. Like
maybe it's served in a different cup. Maybe usually we serve we're serving in a mug, but you gotta request it to go so we can give it to you in a go cup.
Okay,
it's an interesting emphasis to put on something though. Like
But if it's in the same cup, then that's just stupid. Right?
Yeah, a cup like that's interesting. I mean, hey.
we not like any of these other places where you gotta drink your milkshake inside. Here, you get to drink your milkshakes outside.
Yeah, like hold on, partner.
You can't leave till you finish that milkshake.
Yeah. What the fuck you think this is?
Oh man,
I don't know where you've been.
Shout out to Company Burger, man. All right, let's get into some Yves Missi conversation here. Currently playing Afro basketball. Okay.
Still
I mean, played in the summer league. He's played as much basketball as he can, and trying to catch up, trying to get better, trying to learn on the fly, trying to not to have his spot taken. We're gonna look over some things that may allow that to happen, may allow him to keep his starting position, or may just help his progression for this team in this league as an individual all together here. Let's start. 5, I saw you post this, so appreciate it.
In this game here, if there's a miss, see if you can come up with an offensive rebound.
Well, it's now 13 out of 22 in total here in the Afro basket. Make this, we potentially go to OT. Miss it, you got to come up with an offensive rebound. Got them both. And a timeout is going to be called by Pep Claros. Missi, the nerves of steel to make those both.
You are at.
Now, the context here is that Missi shot 62% from the free throw line last season for the Pelicans. And I mean, we saw some of it in the summer league. His ability to catch the basketball just by itself, to simply catch the basketball is one thing. His ability to catch and make a basketball move is another thing. It's not a fluid transaction for him. So that ultimately means you're going to look at a guy that's going to end up at the free throw line a decent amount of times. Well, if he's able to improve his ability to shoot free throws, that by itself makes him an improved asset as opposed to the dude that was, out there last year. But 5, you said that was those particular free throws. We watched him miss a few clutch free throws last year as well. For a dude that maybe inspires at worst to be closing for the Pelicans, you said him knocking those free throws was the most important or impressive thing that you had saw so far at that time. Go into detail a little bit more about what drew you there, or what you thought.
Yeah, man, it's game-like action, right? Like he needs game speed, game processes where like you really motion, right? You're playing for your country. So there's real emotion, real stakes involved. Like you need that. And to be able to knock down 2 free throws, like if you miss one, ball game, like it's over. So the fact that you made both and you needed both, no, that's impressive. Although, a free throw, you would think most people can make that. But in those situations, bro, we've seen many people, drop the ball in that instance. You know who he reminds me of? You remember Major League, the movie?
Yeah.
Reminds me of Serrano, the dude that couldn't hit the curveball. Like hit a fastball 500 feet, but yet the curveball was just like, you can't hit the slower, simpler thing. Pause. Like you couldn't, like Missi can't catch a bounce pass. Like but you can do the really difficult things kind of decently. But the easy part is where you get kind of hung up. So it's going to be interesting if, like, maybe he need to, burn a chicken or something. Chicken sacrifice.
Hey, Serrano, he was doing voodoo in that bitch, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody with the little snakes and shit. Western snakes. Everybody.
Say, Chris. Let me just his form of those free throws looks really good. It looked like a really clean shot. I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful if it comes off disrespectful. The things you probably see from me. Come on, man.
Every time, bro. I've been here before. I know how this go. Go ahead.
No, man. Listen, the things you probably see in the first 3 years of Missi's career, honestly, I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw out the window. because he's so new to the game. He's advancing at a rapid pace. So something like catching a basketball, I know this probably gonna sound super crazy, but something like catching a basketball is gonna be difficult when I'm thinking about the next move already. I'm trying to master certain things in real time. So it's like, yeah, it's like you see a wide receiver, right? Who literally is at the first down marker, and the pass is right there. And what bro do?
So wait, Lito, you got a alley-oop right there, because we talking. Remember what you said earlier about Looney and how Looney processed how quickly he made decisions, how he's not thinking. It's kind of like the opposite, right with Missi, huh?
Yes, but it's in reverse. It's in reverse.
Yeah.
But you gotta do, it's the other side of the scale, because you got a dude who been playing basketball his whole life in Loon. Like Missi just started playing 17?
Yeah.
Not actually 17, but I'm saying like he, you know what I'm saying? Like he really ain't put that he don't have the sweat equity on the floor yet to be comfortable in certain situations.
Yeah.
It's just certain things. Like if I pass the basketball to 5 and people start rotating them to him in a corner, it's certain instances you've been in before where you know what to do. I feel comfortable doing this. And the little things, like you were saying, the difficult things are simple because I'm not thinking. But if I gotta think in that instance, it's gonna make everything difficult.
Hey man, like Turk said, man, the game is cold, but it's fair.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Turk, man. One of the top top 4 hot boys, I guess.
Lito ain't like that, huh? Go ahead, Chaz.
I mean, shit, there's only 4 of them. He gotta be one of the top 4. But
yeah,
so that's how Derek is. Like, I don't know, Turk, but either way,
you nice to be here.
Yeah, I mean, hey. But so man, I think about it, Turk done messed up a couple songs. So I know Turk has some good versions. Turk done messed up a couple songs.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, the first one coming to mind, that song "The Man" on G Code with Juvenile. Oh Lord, I cut this off at the second verse. But
a streaky shooter, bro.
Yeah, a streaky shooter. You know what I'm saying? More like Devontae Graham. You know, kind of. Shout out to Devontae Graham. But either way. So the thing that's real cool about the points that 5 and Lito made is that so far, you know, Yves Missi is really getting by on talent. You know what I'm saying? Getting by on he's learning things, you know, as he goes, and while the bullets are live. He didn't get the usher into his spot as the backup. It was either him or German great Daniel Tice. You know what I'm saying?
Tice.
Man, literally he ain't had one foot out of the league. Motherfucker had both feet out the league. And they just grabbed them and said, "Hey, you got one more?
You want to start?
Yeah, you want to start for the Pelicans? Whoa, whatever. Y'all check out the show, man. Pals in the blender." But yeah, so you know, I think with Yves, I do think once he gets the chance to settle down and learn from an upper echelon big, as far as his production on the court as a professional and the skill sets, and like to Leo's point, Kevon Looney had to dumb down his game. When you go back and look at what he used to be able to do, you know what I'm saying? 2 hip surgeries and all these things, but he gets to learn from a guy who settled into a role, mastered that role, and he can, you know, just pick his brain and give him some of the easier, simple things. That I do think Yves in that rookie season, he was playing 100 miles an hour. And I know some people will say, well, you look at Lively, you look at some of the other guys who's like, yeah, but Yves was picked, 21, I think. Yves was a project. And he didn't come from this incredible school, this incredible school known for nurturing incredible bigs or incredible anybody, necessarily. The only person I know, he played for Baylor, right? Didn't Pierre Jackson play for Baylor? I think that's one of the only other.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know a ton of. I had a soccer coach in high school with the Baylor. That's the only other. That's the 3 Baylor people I know.
I mean, you got Davion Mitchell. It's a lot of
Escombe this year. Yeah, Escombe this year.
Escombe. They got Keontae George. They got Torian Prince. So it's a bunch of like
role.
Bunch of niche, bunch of role players,
type
you know
guy.
I mean?
Somebody said Perry Jones. Yeah, is that PJ? No, I'm thinking about PJ Jackson. But yeah, so
Jeremy Sohan, your man.
Oh man, not Diet Rodman. Old Diet Rodman.
My dog Perry Jones. No, they legit a role player school. Dog.
Taco Fall.
Royce O'Neal.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Brian Skinner. Shout out to Brian Skinner, man. Let me see who else we got here. All right, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's Torian Prince, Yves Missi, and VJ Edge. They must got a paper bag test at Baylor. Because
O'Neal.
I'm noticing a pattern here. Sadiq Bey went to Baylor. Quincy Miller. We good. We in the weeds. But so let me dial it back. I think Yves Missi has opportunity to really progress maybe a bit more than he was initially given credit for, because I'm seeing some upside, man. Seeing a couple of post moves, his ability to get to the rim. I think one game he had about like 6 blocks or something like that to 5 point, got to the rim, knocked down his free throws, hit some big free throws last year. And I go back and watch Yves last year versus Denver, because it's like, look, man, nobody's stopping Jokic. But on offense, he was giving Jokic the blues a little bit too. So I do think in a NASCAR package, depending on what's happening at the end of the game or end of the quarters, I think you can see Yves go out there. Yves, just run, jump, and dunk, brother. I'm looking for you. And you got 2 quality passers on the floor. I think Herb's a solid passer. So I think Yves gonna deliver, man. I really do.
Run, jump, and dunk. I'm praying this the clip I think it is.
Well, how many twists and turns sent both Conde Kelly and Jordan Sacco wrong way?
Well, it just starts with the initial drive, letting him get to that right.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That wasn't the clip, but
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember uploading that. But I knew I was like, damn, that ain't gonna be the one. But
that
like,
woo.
I think Lito.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say I think Lito was right, bro. Like, it looked like he's been training, right, but hasn't been playing. That there's a true difference in the two, because that move you did with a trainer there, you didn't do against the old man at the park.
Yeah,
the old man at the park did that to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like.
Let me ask y'all something.
Shout out to the old man at the park, man.
Yeah.
that was like, do y'all think that was like the guard whisperer move?
Oh, I see
that he was working with.
Yeah.
Nah, because that's Dream, man.
He had been doing
that's
that.
Kevin McHale. That's Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had been doing that though. He'd done that a couple times. He did it in the NBA. I'm like, it's already been there, but he's been crafting it per se over time.
I think the guard shit, Chaz, is what is him trying to create from the perimeter. Him creating in traffic and transition, which I thought I had one of those clips up here, but there was a specific play where, like Missi, this is where we was it's like, who else can I say outside of Giannis? Well, I mean, when the motherfucker take 2 steps from half court damn near and he had the rim, but that's like those are the kind of things that Missi has. But it's almost like he got all these skills and all of these outcomes, but he don't know how to organize them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He don't know what button to push right here. You know what I mean? He don't know, well, when do I go to this level versus this, like the game completely has to slow down. And maybe, Five, it does make a lot of sense for if you're going to truthfully nurture Missi and you want the best out of him, maybe one way to slow him down is for him to get as much time as possible to watch someone as Kevon Looney that can't move no faster, that is forced to move in slow motion every single time he has the basketball, but he's going to be just as effective, if not more effective than you, because he's a thinker. You know what I mean? Chaz, go ahead.
You know who I would have Kevon Looney, or aside from Yves Missi, watch, aside from Kevon Looney, because I think you're 100% right, Chris. If Yves Missi continues to put on weight, which it seems like he's been doing, I'm gonna just say the name first, and I'm gonna explain it. Mark Williams, right? Now, Mark Williams is incredibly talented when he plays. But Mark Williams is also just like, he's one of those players you're like, dog, if this motherfucker could just play. He's like, he has all these skills and like he's cold, right? He's cold. I would have Yves Missi watch how Mark Williams defends. I would have him put on weight because Yves Missi's not like a super fast guy. He's not incredibly explosive at the rim. He could just get the job done. Like he can finish at the rim. He can get the job done. But I would just have him continue to get stronger like he's been doing because he's already doing it. Continue to be stronger. Continue to work on his rim prowess and say, yo, watch Mark Williams, man. See how Mark Williams defends the rim. See how strong Mark Williams is. Like, look at his posture. Like this, Mark Williams cold. I really want the Pelicans to like take the chance on Mark Williams. Now he's in Phoenix, I believe. So and look look who they got with him. Homeboy
Malawak.
They got Malawak with him over there. They got I think Nick Richards is still over there.
Yep.
They got a nice trio of bigs. So like you got Malawak, who he ain't, of course, he's not as mobile as Mark Williams, but there's things he can learn from Mark Williams because Mark Williams is like, when he plays, he's cold. So I would really like Yves Missi to watch him and try to model his game after him. Like, because he's not, if Yves Missi don't want to just be the run, dunk, and jump guy, cool. Do something similar to him, though, because he impacts the game in a number of ways when he's on the court. Like, the dude's a monster. But Yves hit in the right direction. He's putting on weight. He's defending the rim. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely heading in the right direction.
Yo, there's to Chaz's point. So like, I feel it's fucked up, bro, because the game happens so fast, and like a lot of time position literally until it's too late or the moment passed you by. But even in a transition right now where his career could go any number of ways. Like there's a very fine line where he could have a springboard to something much greater than we all can see. Because you talked about Giannis's athleticism, right? And even though Yves' game is still raw, like he got a certain type of athleticism that everybody don't have. I'm professional, dog. Like I avoid potholes, danger, all that.
Nah. I wasn't even on that with you. I'm trying to see where you're going with this.
So hold on, but this is what I'm about to say. The problem is this: when you start playing basketball so late, instead of finding the one thing that you're good at, he's trying to work on everything, and that's the pothole. So
let me ask you this question, and I actually want all of you guys to respond, because these are the type of things I wasn't considering because I just, for whatever reason, just penciled Missi into the starting lineup, right? But let's say he does come off the bench. Well, Chaz, you mentioned earlier change of pace, right? Well, Lito, the ultimate change of pace if shit works out from Looney is actually Carlo. So if you coming off the bench and ain't nothing promised you in this league, and we ain't got that big of a financial responsibility to you, Missi. So you either got to catch on or not. And look, it's not just the fact that Carlo, who's older, who's been playing basketball a lot longer, who has even more modern abilities than you do right now.
Yeah.
If Carlo passes you by or makes it even, that's a loss. But then you also battling with the fact that when Derek Queen is back, Derek Queen is automatically playing 20 plus minutes a night. So you losing off that as well off the bench when we're talking about big men, and that's not even including whatever small ball lineups that they play in. Is there a danger there that he could get lost, Lito, that maybe we're not considering with the amount of bigs that the Pelicans have?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, nothing given. Everything is earned at this point. Like, everything is earned. The one thing I can say for him is he does have a defensive-minded head coach. So that right now is working to his advantage. Willie Green's gonna hate Derek Queen. He's gonna fucking hate him. Like, that's just what it is. He's gonna hate everything about his game. But the thing is, Queen is the future of the NBA, so to speak, that type of game. You know what I'm saying? Because Queen got a little, it's crazy. we talk about Kevon Looney having an old man game. Like, ain't nothing Queen doing that's really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't jumping out the gym. He using his IQ. He using his passing skills. He using his dribbling skills to get where he want to go. Like, it's nothing that he doing that hard work ain't got him. Like, that's not a God-given ability where you look at his game and you be like, damn, I can never achieve that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think at some point, the point I was trying to make with Missi is you gotta find your niche, and you gotta exploit it.
Yeah. 5. What about you? I mean, are we looking at a situation where Missi coming off the bench could maybe hurt him if Carlo makes an improvement with what his skill set and his ability is, and automatically knowing that Derek Queen is going to play? What would you be telling him if you were his coach? What would you be telling him as a teammate and or as a developmental person in the organization with someone that still has as much overall talent and ability as Missi does?
See, this is why I thought your question was really poignant. And truth be told, if you're Missi, you're probably thinking about all of the things that could possibly happen, right? That's why you're trying to develop your game so much outside of it. But if I'm your coach, I'm actually telling you to dwindle that down into like 2 to 3, 4 different things that you can really be good at. Don't worry about what everybody else can do. They already can do that. Don't try to go out and shoot threes like Carlo. Don't try to, develop a mid-post game. Don't like Derek Queen. Don't do it. Do what you do really well. That's what got you here. That's going to keep you here. Try to rebound better than everybody. Out hustle everybody. Make the right play. Make the right pass. Get offensive boards. Putbacks. Catch the motherfucking ball. Like, keep it real simple, dog. Don't get outside of yourself. You can take this as a basketball reference. You can take this just in life. Be who you're supposed to be. Be who you are. Don't get outside of that. Because when you get outside of that, you're going to trip. You're going to fall. And then you ain't going to get up.
Chaz.
Your camera, you just got to be strong with the ball. Draw and kick to Missi.
I think, again, I think I agree with each of you guys. I think, again, like Hope said, nobody built like you. You design yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? I think with Yves Missi, he's starting off with a really good foundation. He has the talent and clearly the work ethic to really mold his game into an incredibly useful player, solid to good player. I also think, like, if Yves Missi, minus the passing ability, was Kelly Olynyk that can defend the rim, to me, that's a very, very, very good player.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Very good player. So, for what the Pelicans need, very solid to good rotational player.
Yeah.
Like, even with Carlo, I just think Carlo's an above the rim guy. I view Yves Missi as a below the rim guy. I don't view Yves Missi as like, I don't think he has that Carlo explosiveness or athleticism, but I do think Yves Missi could easily become like Capello or Kevon Looney type. Like I said, he's already putting in weight. He's not afraid of physical contact. You know what I'm saying? He's already a beast on the offensive boards, which shows me he's not afraid to, get into the paint and mix it up with guys. Like he's not afraid of contact. So that's something I've noticed. He attacks the ball, trying to defend the rim. He's not shying away. I see Carlo as more of a finesse player. Derek Queen, to me, again, he's like a pass, give him the ball and get out the way. You know what I'm saying? He's going to pass it to you or he's going to get to the rim, do what he's going to do. He's almost like a focal point of an offense. You know what I'm saying? He's damn near like an engine. I don't think Yves Missi is necessarily competing with a Derek Queen because of his Derek Queen's skill set it appears to be so vast that you can play them on a court together. Yeah, the spacing wouldn't be great, but the spacing is never going to be great with players who get most of their points at the rim. So, and Derek Queen can knock down the midi, things like that. But I think with the way Kevon Looney's contract is designed, I think the Pelicans recognize this as because they could give him two guaranteed years, 2 years with a third year option. But it's like, nah, we just need you to come in here, help Queen help Missi, and we're gonna go from there. With Carlo, make about $2 million. It's a scratch off ticket, right? Yves Missi, I think like, nah, hold up. We see what he's doing. We see the what's the word I'm looking for? The upside there, and we see he's already improved physically. And we saw his, like, I wouldn't say rookie of the year, but we saw his rookie campaign where he got tossed into the fire and he was able to maintain and really blow a lot of people's expectations away. Because I think everybody who saw Yves Missi initially, from college to the preseason, was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work out. Oh no, this ain't gonna be very good. But he surprised a lot of us. And I think he's gonna continue to do that, hopefully, in a good way. And lastly, I'll say again, I just view how they play so differently. Look at Memphis with Edie, is it Santi, and Jared Jackson Jr. Jared Jackson Jr. is a forward that's really a 5. Like, you know what I'm saying, for a skill set. He's trying to add the 3, but he's gonna end up being a 5. And they probably gonna end up drafting another big. Also, you look at them, Phoenix, they got 3-4 bigs. I don't know what the fuck Portland is doing. Portland got 3-4 bigs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why in my mind, bro, I'm not eliminating the possibility that they start the season with a traditional center and a traditional power forward, because it just makes too much sense to me for how much they talked about. You know, I love centers. I love, front court players. Troy Weaver, I love bigs. Pause. I love bigs. Let me say that. Yeah, I can never get enough centers. I'm like, what the fuck? Calm down. But that's what he said. So it's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But I don't think Yves runs the risk of being played out of the rotation, though. You muted, Chris.
You muted, Chris.
No, I was saying that Lito think that Portland going to the Western Conference Finals, so he know already. Yeah, that's what he said. But go ahead, bro.
The more I think about this Looney Missi conversation, I don't think Missi should even view this as a competition. Like, this is, like, honestly, this is a very good, aside from having JV, this is a very good player you can learn from. Because the one thing about Looney is, you talk about Queen, you talk about, his skill set. You look look where Loon came from, right? Like, in that same type of situation, Loon came from in high school, even his freshman year in college. He was supposed to be the man. He was supposed to be the fucking guy. To having to have, like, I think 4 surgeries on his hips, taking away his athleticism, his movement, his mobility, changed his entire game, right? So I just said you got to find a niche. You got to find a niche. What Looney did? Looney said, well, at 6'9", I'm going to outwork. You saw that clip? I'm going to outwork everybody on the floor. I'm going to get this rebound. I'm going to set hard screens. I'm going to make smart plays, bro. Yves can literally, if he can mirror 70% of that with his athleticism and understanding situational basketball spots on the floor, still got to catch the basketball, obviously. But, man, he could have a long career. Like, he could have a long, promising career. And I don't think he should be a competition. Because, like Shaq said, like, he's a co-starter anyway. Yves, that is. I mean, Looney, that is.
How big of a worry? And also, we got over 1,100 people in here, man. Once again, man, if you are new to the show, if you on X right now, you watching us on Twitter, as Lito would say, we appreciate y'all, man. At some point, come over to YouTube, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the show, leave a comment, man. Tell us, give us your feedback, good or bad. And if you're on YouTube, as always, we appreciate you. If you have not hit the like button already, what you doing? Yves Missi's hands. Now, this is my thought. In my life, that's crazy. Yeah. In my lifetime, I feel like people that have trouble catching the basketball, I don't give a fuck what sport it is. Like, but it's like a chronic problem, them catching the basketball.
Yeah.
I can't think of many people that have like improve dramatically at that. I feel like if you struggle with catching the basketball, if you got bad hands, you gotta. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to monitor your whole career, like your whole career. It's like having an addiction. Like you're never done with it. It is what it is. You're gonna be battling with this, and like bad hands to me is like one of them things. I just don't like. I see stone hands and stuff like this, but seriously, like think about the people that we've seen. How many of these people just magically just get better? Give a fuck you catching bricks in the driveway from Jerry Rice Daddy. I just don't see it. So that's what I'm struggling with him, especially at that position, Chaz.
No, because I think it's you was cooking on the rail. You mentioned he had a chronic issue. Then you talk about he's an addict and his stone. There's a lot of you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. There's a lot of skill there. But you know what I say, because this is the point I was trying to make earlier, and it just came back to me. Remember Dante Stallworth or like Devery Henderson? Motherfuckers couldn't catch at all, but they had this one thing that you're like, he's too fast. I can't like just get rid of the player because he got that one skill that kind of separates him from everyone else. I think with Yves' ability to learn at such a rapid pace, his IQ and his like knack for kind of being in the right place at the right time on the boards and just things of that nature. His I don't want to necessarily call it well, I'll just say upside. His potential upside to me makes it like, damn, he already taking these steps. If all I gotta do is make him, instead of dropping the ball 100 times, maybe you drop it 60. You know what I'm saying? If I can just get you to be, and also he don't have to be more of a, not so creative, but he gonna be a garbage man, more or less. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if I can just get him to do that, then cool, right? If he finds his niche, second jump guy on offensive boards, he's decent. Maybe he catches a dumb ball pass with two hands instead of like just catching a motherfucker with his chest. So I got it. And then he can. I think it's a salvageable situation because Chris, you make a good point. Omer Ashik never got better with that. He never got better, but he did play for a long time. In Houston, he was a lot better than he was in New Orleans, right? And that's one thing as well. So you just hope that when he figures it out here. Because Jackson Hayes never figured it out. It took him that's the reason why you hold on to Jackson Hayes. You're like, no, I'm telling you, one day it's gonna happen. But I think he's ahead of what Jackson Hayes was.
Hey, Chris, do you know what's crazy, bro? I do think you can get better at catching the basketball. I watched CJ get passes thrown at his feet consistently, just so he'll like, I got to get used to bad passes.
Yeah,
somebody like that's what he and the guard whisperer should be working on, just catching passes. You don't know what kind of pass you're gonna get. You just don't know. You can only assume that you're gonna get a good one, but truth be told, you can't even do that, especially with this basketball team and their ability to pass. Like, no, you really gotta expect the bad pass. So he has to get used to in game speed, game action, recreating that in practice. Pick and roll. What position I'm in with the man right here? Pause. Like, I gotta catch this pass in a window, in traffic, catch it over and over and over until it becomes muscle memory. Because I just think he's overthinking it. It's really as simple as that.
Say, Chris, you remember the conversation me and you had a couple months ago when we talk about his hands and not catching the basketball?
Yep.
So, I to me, it's still a worry because Fab, let me ask you this. You beat your man, right? You get into the paint like you.
Hello.
Yeah. That was pod. My bad.
Pod.
Okay.
You dribble past your defender.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You dribble past your defender 2 feet in the paint. The defense collapse. What you do?
Dump off.
It's a dump off. It's a pass. Yeah.
All right.
It
So
might
let
be
me ask
behind
you
the
this.
back. It might be wrapped around the play, like split the defender.
Let me ask you this though. How many times are you gonna allow me to drop the pass before you even stop looking in my direction?
Yeah, you got about 2.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, you just gonna become a net negative. You just gonna be invisible out there. Especially if I can't even throw that bitch to the rim, and you get
Hey.
I got the answer, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Clearly, it's a problem for a lot of like people. So they got remedies. So that's the thing that we can look forward to. Go ahead,
long, dog.
Hey, dog.
I see that shit way too much, son.
Say,
I gotta get to the game.
I'm gonna say this, dog. From the last time me and Five was shooting in the arena, saying, I ain't gonna lie, that NBA basketball, dog,
slick as hell.
That shit different.
It is. It don't even bounce the same to me, bro.
That shit different,
Why
dog.
y'all playing with this oblong ball? Like this,
Yeah.
all this air in here.
Like this your career? Like this,
The
Hey,
motherfucker
what,
playing.
Bob, what
like
was
the
homie
original
name?
ball.
What was homie name? He was on a two-way light skinned dude with braids.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Oh man, I don't know buddy name, but I know you're talking about. He had on.
Oh, he was shooting that bitch, and we was looking at him like, "How the fuck you shooting this ball?" Like, bro, the ball was it was slippery. It was like it was just weird.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get to these star questions, these super chats, and get everybody out of here, man. We are up to 1,209. Number's still going up. We appreciate y'all, man. All right, first, man, Michael Morgan always supporting the show.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Always, man. With the $5. What's good, fellas? From New Orleans, but live in San Diego now. Appreciate the content, man. No,
Shout out
we
to San
appreciate
Diego, man.
you.
Oh, Mike got that paper. That's how Mike giving them super chats. Because if you ever been to San Diego,
fly.
Yeah.
My dog been going to SeaWorld. All right.
SeaWorld
John Samuel. Yeah. Shout out to Sam, man. Appreciate having you back, man. It's right around the time.
Shout out to Sam, man.
Shout out to Sam.
My dog.
Let's see. Dr. 318. What up, BKM and Pels fan? Hook a brother up a BKM supporter package. Look, do us a favor, 318. If you can, put your information in the chat or
DM Justin, right?
DM Justin.
Yeah. Or DM Justin if you on X,
He a
Instagram,
member?
whatever. Yeah, he'll get back to you.
Dr. 318, you remember?
He used to be. I remember him. He used to be.
Okay.
I just want to
He
make
told
sure.
him put his information in the chat. Chris tried to get that man robbed.
Oh man. Oh yeah, you probably right. Probably don't put your information in the chat.
If he in the
He's a doctor,
318 game, he probably got something on tuck anyway.
Yeah, not your address, I mean like your socials, bro. Like but not your social security, not type of shit. All right, man. Looney would help fears out a lot. What you feel about that, Lito?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's always a veteran big and a young guard. Like they should be watching film together. You know what I'm saying? They should be devouring as much basketball content and knowledge as they can together for sure.
Also, think about how many times we've said, "Nah, that's the ball handler's fault. He didn't wait for the screener to get set." A person like Looney is like, "Young fella, let me holler at you."
Yep.
This hold on one half a step, and I got you. And it ain't just Spears, it's a lot of the Pelicans is like, fuck, we got to move and screen because the Pelicans got to wait, So I think it helped a lot as well.
Yeah, man. Sometimes your speed don't fit the game in that particular moment, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just that's why anytime y'all say that basketball is a rhythm, I 100% agree, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the rhythm.
Shout out to the rhythm. Joseph Me. My question is, can Looney still play physically? Golden State let him walk for an older big, and Looney might be 29, but his body is way older. He kind of asked this again, but Golden State played worse bigs over him and let him walk. Is there something there physically? Chaz, what you think?
I think it was all about, look, man, when there's a transition being made and you get caught up in the mix, I think that's a lot of what happened with Looney because they've been trying to replace Looney for like 5 years now. They just never could do it. Like, what was homie, like the dude, he got the long ass name. He was
Trace Davis Jackson.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Davis,
He was supposed to be like their next guy, right? Then you had the dark skinned dude. just never, in my opinion, I don't think they were big believers in Looney. He's just somebody that he just keeps sticking around. Like, they just can't get rid of him. And also, again, when you talk about an older player, your strength at any sport, your strength is the last thing to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you just need him to create space and be strong and rebound and screen. So that would be the last thing to leave. Oh, Wiseman. I don't even know if they really wanted Wiseman, but they couldn't do shit with Wiseman either. He's the number 2 pick. So
yeah. Because neighborhood strict man-to-man defense without switching can turn a lot of teams' losses into wins. 5, what you think about that?
Nah, I think you really gotta, like, the NBA is too good to just go, one-sided with this, right? Like, or just go man-to-man. This, you would have to be super disciplined to do that, to be honest. So the being able to, switch defensive styles, throw in wrinkles here and there, you got to be able to do that and be opportunistic when you do that. Although I don't think Willie Green's really good, but I can see how you could land on this. I'm not totally against it if that's going to be like your prime way of playing. That way people learn and then try to implement something else later on. But nah, you got to be able to diversify your defensive schemes.
Lito, Missi and Looney like Baby and Slim. Baby and Slim, still point guard and center.
So much money on my mind. It's all I remember.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Everything all on Cash Money. So
that's what you think he mean by that?
No, but check this out. Watch this.
Because what's Baby and Slim?
Wait. Well, hold on. Watch this pivot though. Unless Master P trying to do this interview.
Make him say
no. Shout out to the Colonel. Shout out to the Colonel. Oh, it's funny you said that. Look, I got that make him say seltzer right here. Shout out to the Colonel. Shout out to that. You understand?
Dog, man. Now that's what you call chemistry. Sam again here. Yeah, they used to put milkshakes in glass.
Oh, that makes sense.
That does make sense, actually.
but
back in my day,
I can't take this cup out here. Like, nah, finish it here, brother.
Shout out to Khalid.
Yeah. Wait. Was she the glass or was she in the?
Man, it don't matter.
Yeah, I got it.
She was in there. I was drinking.
I got it.
It don't matter.
I bet. See, that's why. I was looking at the camera like, you sure? You want, this show live. Anybody can watch. Anyway, Missi gonna be included, and that's crazy. Missi gonna be included, and that's a bonus trade, but that's the exact reason you said. Chaz, what you think about that? You think Missi, might be somebody that's out there at trade bait?
I think because I see this a bonus trade as a middle of the season type trade, deadline type trade. I'm gonna say if Missi's playing well at that point, no, right? But if he's kind of like had some peaks and valleys going through the ebbs and flows, I think he could be, because teams, they want somebody that they could potentially grow with. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want somebody that they can say, look, we got this young prospect here, no pun intended, shout out to young prospect 17 in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got this young prospect, maybe we can do something. He's going to be a better defender than Sabonis. Y'all know Sabonis can't play defense anyway. So, I think depending on how the season goes, that could happen.
5?
No, Sabonis is super interesting because Zion was super. I need to stop saying super. Zion was glowing about Kelly Olynyk's ability to play, right? And I think Sabonis is of a higher degree than Kelly, so it's like it's the same style of player, and would help. God, can't even think of the kid's name. We just drafted him. Oh my God.
Queen.
Yeah, it would help Derek Queen out a ton, right? Like their abilities to play in the mid post. If you're talking about tutelage and investment, like that's the investment you make as an organization, because that's going to help him grow. It makes a lot of sense.
Because Zion don't always say what he thinking, and you know, you don't hear from him as much as you would like, whether on the floor or off the floor. You don't really, you know, I think I underestimate how much. I mean, everybody likes playing with smart basketball players, but some people just don't care, right? They just out there. I think Zion really appreciates playing with smart and unselfish basketball players, because he see the same shit that we see. You know,
come on the pod, Zion.
Here you go, man.
Yeah,
Sock passe, man.
You know who not gonna ask you that bullshit? You know. No man. You know.
Chaz. All right. Don't worry about it. T5 the great. Missi a quick learner. Show him what you want him to do and let him get it.
What?
Right?
What? No. Chris. No, Chris. No, Chris. No. We're not.
You know, man, because I was thinking like, yeah, bro, like he was 17 when he probably got like, he probably on his way to I don't know if they got, do they have prime in it's gonna get bad. Yeah, so he's roughly a junior.
Chris Hansen outside.
He would have been a junior in high school when a basketball was introduced to him. So you got to be a quick learner to get to where he's at. At some point, you just got to think about when he's gonna slow down. T5, we appreciate it.
Slow down,
man. We just gotta.
I'll say this too, just to change the subject a little bit. One thing I'll say about Yves also is that Yves responds well to criticism. Yves responds well to basketball criticism.
He got to if he came in here during draft night and you know, was in here kicking it with us. So I mean, that's good.
Like, what the fuck? that was not the best first impression that we probably made on Yves. Like,
but shout out to Yves, man. And listen, man, shout out to almost all 1,300 people. It looks like that's what we gonna end here, man. But shout out to everybody
Australia
here, man.
too, man. We appreciate
absolutely.
Jason Morris in Australia.
There you go.
Say hi. Hi from Australia. Love to see the Pales of Melbourne, but I can't make it. Damn, bro. But that's what's up, man. We appreciate the support. Never, I guess maybe it's like they had to get the tickets way ahead of time or something, or maybe he's in a different part of Australia. But shout out to Jason Morris and our dog Lyle, man. Fuck them spiders.
Without context, that's crazy.
Yeah, I guess it do sound a little crazy without context.
Those that know, they know, man. For John Deere, for Sunshine, for Taz, FanDuel, 4D, Scott Vicknair, Blue Moon, you name it, we here. Chaz, myself, Lito, and 5. We will holler at y'all on Sunday, man. Appreciate all 1,300 of y'all, man. Once again, man, come rewatch the show, you know, on YouTube. You know where to find us at. Sunday show will be broadcasting live again at 8 o'clock. We will see y'all there. Holler at y'all till next time.
Yeah.
Peace.